Diogo do Couto, a Portuguese historian, documented about Angkor Wat. Half a league from this city is a temple called Angkor. It is of such extraordinary construction that it is not possible to describe it with a pen, particularly since it is like no other building in the world. It has towers and decorations and all the refinements which the human genius can conceive of. There are many small towers of similar style in the same stone which are gilded. The temple is surrounded by a moat and access to it is by a single bridge protected by two stone tigers so grand and fearsome as to strike terror into the visitor. Angkor Wat is a Hindu Buddhist temple complex located on a site measuring 162.6 hectare within the ancient Khmer capital city of Angkor in Cambodia. It is considered as the largest religious structure in the world by Guinness World Records, built by the warrior king Suryavarman II, who originally constructed it in 1150 century as a Hindu temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu according to his personal devotion. Later, it gradually transformed into a Buddhist temple towards the end of the century. Angkor Wat, meaning temple city or city of temples. The original name of the temple was Varha Vishnu Lok or Param Vishnu Lok, meaning the sacred dwelling of the Vishnu. The term might also mean the king who has gone to the supreme world of Vishnu, referring to Suryavarman II posthumously and intended to venerate his glory and memory. Angkor Wat combines two basic plans of Khmer temple architecture, the Temple Mountain and the later Galleried Temple. It is designed to represent Mount Meru, home of the Devas in Hindu mythology, and is surrounded by a moat more than 5 kilometers, enclosed within an outer wall 3.6 kilometers long are three rectangular galleries, each raised above the next. The expansive temple complex covers an area of 400 acres. At the center of the temple stands a quinquenox of towers. The temple is admired for the grandeur and harmony of the architecture, its extensive bas reliefs and devatas adorning its walls. The Angkor area was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1992 in Cambodia. It is a major tourist attraction and attracts more than 2.5 million visitors every year. Architecturally, the main characteristics of the style include cross-shaped terraces which appears along the main axis of the temple galleries that connects enclosures, partial galleries to broaden passageways, the iconic lotus bud shaped towers. Notable decorative elements are relics of the Apsaras, bas relief friezes, and extensive narrative scenes all along its ancient stone walls. It composes stories of Hindu mythology, that is, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, the life of the Khmer clan, and everyday anecdotes of empire ranging from courts to war scenes. Sandstone, being the dominating material, was locally sourced from the Kulan Mountains, visually used in all of its surfaces, including column lintels and roofs. The entire complex has witnessed 50,000 supreme skilled workers and artisans who intricately carved stories onto its walls. Soil compaction is another simple but efficient technique adopted by the Khmers. It is one of the prime reasons for the resilient nature of the monument. Archaeologists also suggest that some parts of the temple were covered with bronze plates that have been looted by other dynasties during turbulent wars. Overall, the Khmer relied on the basic tools and sensory techniques to build. The most cherished features of Angkor Wat architecture is first, the access to the temple. There are two access points to enter and exit the temple complex. The one to the west features a sandstone causeway, and the one to the east features an earth bank. The sandstone causeway was not a part of the original temple complex. Archaeological studies have revealed that it was most likely constructed as a replacement for a wooden bridge. Second, the Gopuras. There are four towers inside the temple complex: an eastern one, a western one, a northern one, and a southern one, out of which the western tower has attracted the most attention from the Angkor Wat architectural experts, as the tower not only echoes the proper temple but hides it too. Third, the galleries. The wide gallery features entrances known as elephant gates. The entrances aren't just named randomly, they actually were wide enough to accommodate full grown elephants. Fourth, the intricate decorations. Some of the breathtaking, beautiful decorations within the temple complex are the dancing figures on the wall's western face and the small posts supporting the windows on the wall's eastern face and lotus rosettes on the ceiling located between the pillars. Fifth, large-scale bas reliefs. Cambodian stone carving work can be witnessed at its finest in the Angkor Wat temple complex. The outer gallery walls feature bas reliefs that portray scenes from the most famous Hindu epics. The southern gallery also showcases the very best of Angkor Wat architecture, with Suryavarman II, the ruler who commissioned the construction of the temple. Also found in this gallery are Hinduism's 37 heavens and 32 hells. The most celebrated bas relief in the temple is undoubtedly the scene that depicts the churning of the sea, which was performed by 88 devas and 92 asuras using Vasuki, a serpent. This is one of the Hindu mythology's most well-known tales, and the bas relief in the Angkor Wat's eastern gallery almost manages to bring it to life. While a lot of tales about the temple talk of it being built within a single day, the truth is that it took more than 3 decades to build the entire Angkor Wat temple complex. Though it's true that archaeologists have done incredible work in terms of digging up the architectural secrets of this ancient temple. However, there are still certain elements of the temple's architectural style that experts have not been able to find explanation for. The main temple faces the west, which is something strange considering the times it was built in. Back in those days, temples around the region, be it Hindu or Buddhist, were all constructed to face the east. As in both Hindu and Buddhist mythology, the east represents life, as it is the direction from which the sun rises every morning. The west, on the other hand, is the direction in which the sun sets, symbolizing the end or death. While there have been speculations that the ruler Suryavarman II of the Angkor kingdom wanted the temple to be a holy place for performing final rites, but there have been no evidence to prove them right. What do you say? Please write your responses in the comment section below. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.